guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Holly, and I'm sure you have wondered before, which is better for my child, open-ended or closed-ended toys? When I was first researching about Montessori and all of the different types of toys and things and principles that they use, I learned a lot about the difference between open-ended toys and closed-ended toys. So in Montessori, they use closed-ended materials and toys, things that have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So kids are learning lots of different skills through those closed-ended, sequencing, more order-oriented activities. Contrasted to that, I feel like are the very regular toys that you see on an everyday basis. These are going to be more open-ended toys like blocks and cars, things that you see a lot of times in people's homes. So I believe that my house is not a Montessori school. We are definitely more of a Montessori type-ish family. So I have both open-ended and closed-ended toys in my house, even though open-ended toys aren't necessarily Montessori. So some of the pros with open-ended toys is that kids can be very creative. They can be able to use these open-ended toys however they want and explore them however they would like. And it is so much fun for them to build and learn and grow in that creativity with these toys. They also are able to use their imagination with them. I think it's a great skill to be able to use their imagination and to be able to do imaginative play, like with a play kitchen or something like that, and be able to just practice some different things through imagination and through that creativity. Another positive for open-ended toys is that you can use them for a really long time. Kids of all ages are going to like the same open-ended toys because they can use them for at their level and at their skill. So the same toys that my 1-year-old plays with, my 30-year-old husband plays with, because they are all able to make and explore and create buildings and cars and rocket ships and different things like that, and then really hone in on whatever their skill level is. All right, so I'm going to share some of my very favorite open-ended toys that we have. I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. So we love to play with train sets. I have a train set that has a little bridge, and my son loves to just build different train sets. A lot of times he doesn't even do a circle. He just likes to make a big long line and pushes cars through on the train set, and it's a lot of fun. In addition to our train set that I really think makes it even more of a imaginative experience is getting a train whistle. So I love this train whistle. It works really well, and my son knows how to use it. My 1-year-old tries, but he's not quite there. But great open-ended toy. Some other open-ended toys are cars, construction sets, and different rocket ships like this. So I really love to try to find cars and construction stuff that is wooden or also very realistic. This is obviously plastic, but it's kind of like metal. It's metal and plastic, but I really love it because it is realistic and it's just a miniature version of the real thing, which is nice and gives my son just a sense of realism as he is playing with his imaginative cars and construction sets, things like that. And then something I talk about all the time on my channel is Magna-Tiles, because they have been a favorite in our house for the past 2 years. I'm serious. It's been so much fun. So this one I love because it does have cars, and then we build using these all the time, and you can build literally anything. My son loves to build houses and submarines and rocket ships and anything he can think of, he builds with it, and so love those. And the last open-ended toy I wanted to talk about were animal figurines. You can use any animal figurines you'd like. We have farm animals and safari animals, and then we also have dinosaurs because my 3-year-old is super into dinosaurs. I tried to get more dinosaurs that are kind of realistic. I actually like these ones because they're a little bit soft, and my 3-year-old is very much into throwing right now. So these are not big, hard dinosaurs, which I like. They're a little bit softer. And my 1-year-old can play with them as well, and they're not too heavy and hard. So those are our other open-ended play activities and things that get played with all the time in our house. All right, so moving on to closed-ended activities and toys. So closed-ended activities I feel can get a bad rap because you're not using them throughout your kid's life like you can with open-ended toys. And so people are just is it really worth it if my child is going to grow out of it in, a few months or whatever? I believe that yes, it is definitely worth it, and you can honestly get these toys at very low cost. You can buy them used, or you can make different versions of them for yourself pretty easily. So closed-ended activities are ones that have a middle, beginning, and an end, and they are teaching your child a skill. So that is the very first positive I wanted to talk about, is that your children are going to be able to gain mastery over a skill just through play, which I think is so amazing and so important. So they are able to just really learn and hone in on something that they're focusing on. So just as an example of gaining mastery over a skill, my 1-year-old has really been loving these. So it's just a dowel, and you put on a ring, or this one you put on a little rectangle. And he can seriously spend so much time, more time than he spends with any other open-ended activity, working on this skill right here, because it's something that he is really driven to do right now. And babies and kids, they are very interested in whatever they're interested in, right? They pick something and they're like, this is what I'm interested in right now, and they will really truly focus on it because they are all about mastery. With that comes the sense of accomplishment, which kids love. They love to feel like they accomplished something and that they were able to do something. My 3-year-old is always coming up to me like, oh, mommy, like, look at what I did, right? I think your kids are probably the same. Like, look what I did, look what I did. They love that sense of accomplishment. And when you are giving them the opportunity to play with closed-ended toys, you are going to be able to give them that sense of accomplishment through just like their regular playtime, which is so much fun for them. And it's also fun for you to be able to watch them learn and grow and be able to develop this new skill. Kids also love a challenge, and if you have ever seen a kid trying to do something that you think, that's like probably too difficult for them to do or too heavy for them to carry, it's because kids love to be challenged. They love to continue to grow and learn. And when you are giving them closed-ended toys, that's exactly what you're doing for them. You're giving them challenges, and you obviously don't want to give something that they cannot even, that they cannot accomplish. You want to make sure that it is in their wheelhouse, that even though it is a challenge, they could accomplish it. And personally, I think that they will spend more time on toys that are giving them a little bit more of a challenge than toys that they can just easily accomplish. And last, I just wanted to talk about how closed-ended toys, you can really hone in on what a child is interested in and give them something to work with that like it goes right with that interest. So, like I keep using this example, but my son is like very into pegs and like putting things in holes. Right now, that's just like so interesting to him. So, I have this board that you can use for a lot of different ways, but I just have the pegs out for him right now, and he will seriously like just go back and forth and like putting in these pegs into these holes and like lining them up, and he will spend a lot of time just like focusing on that. And my older son, because these are different heights, he can work on short to tall and learning about heights as well with this, which is really nice. So there's lots of different ways even to play with closed-ended toys. You can like work it out so that you can play with them in different ways, which is nice. All right, and now I'm going to share with you some of our very favorite closed-ended toys that we have used for a long time, because I used them with my first son, and then now I'm going to be using them or have used them with my second. So that's a good thing too. If you have multiple kids, you can use these multiple times. That's another way for you to just like continue to get your money's worth from them. One of my very favorite closed-ended toys for little ones is a shape sorter. So this one I think is Melissa and Doug, but I love that it has a bunch of different shapes, and then you can just keep them all in here. And kids love this one. They love to find the shapes, put them in, and drop them in. There's something about like dropping things in that kids like really love. Like, I don't know what it is. And something I love about it is you can take out most of the blocks if you have an even younger child that's working on it, and they can just focus on like putting in 3 at a time, like 3 on just like one of these, and you can just put those in, and they can just put those 3 in at a time. So it just like makes it easier versus all of them piled in at once. But if you have an older child, you can definitely put them all together in, and then they can work through it. These are also great because they come with 3 colors, so you can do sorting with these. We can do like red, green, and blue, and like put them in different piles that way. And you can just like learn about shapes. So there's so many different ways you can use closed-ended toys without them being like open-ended. They still have a purpose, they still are teaching, and kids are able to accomplish something. There's like a beginning, middle, and end. Does that make sense? Lately, another one of our very favorite toys has been this little man that you're able to dress up and play with. So this has on the back pictures of the different things that you can do, and so my son will try to match that up, and he will look for all of the police officer outfit, and you like can put that on. It's like magnetic, and then put his whole outfit on. And my son thinks this is a lot of fun, and they're able to really get a sense of order from this. And it also is based, in real life a lot of ways with the different, like a policeman and construction worker, things like that. So they're able to learn about real people doing this. Next is puzzles. So puzzles, I think, are pretty common in everyone's household, I think, for kids. This is just a wooden puzzle with pegboards, and it's kind of more of a farm themed. So kids are able to take these in and out. And this is great for younger kids. And then as they get older, you can work through bigger and different puzzles. So a puzzle set that we really love is called Heads and Tails Puzzle. And then this is great for finding different heads and tails of animals, and it's super simple because it just is barely one piece, right? So it's really easy. And then as they get older, you can do bigger and harder puzzles. Puzzles, I think, are a great way to get kids involved in closed-ended toys. This is a lot of fun. This is a pegboard, and you can actually use this in an open-ended way where you can just kind of do whatever you want with it and make whatever creations you want, or you can follow the stencils that they give you. So this one's like a boat or an apple, and kids are able to make them on this little pegboard. And my son thinks this is a lot of fun. The next closed-ended activity that I have is threading. Threading is a lot of fun. There's a lot of different things you can get online for threading. I just used this kit, and it just has it's not really a kit, it's like a toy, but you can also use it for stacking. So we use it for stacking, we use it for threading. Again, a lot of different ways to use this activity. And last are for the older kids. So sandpaper letters are an easy way to work with letters with kids, and you can do a lot of different things with sandpaper letters and teaching them the different letters and alphabet and sounds and different things like that. So I think it's great to just, again, really hone in on your child's interest and give them toys that they are going to be so excited about and is challenging for them, but it's not like a challenge, it's gonna be fun because they are excited about learning. It's one of my very favorite things about kids is they have so much excitement for life and for learning and growing. And if we are able to really hone in on that, we can really help our kids blossom and shine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please remember to like and subscribe. I appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.